Welcome to Fireflies Over Willow Creek, a soothing sleep story designed to gently guide you into a peaceful slumber. If you enjoyed this tranquil tale and would like to hear more like it, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Before we begin Elara's journey back to Willow Creek, we'll start with a brief breathing exercise to help you relax and prepare for a restful night's sleep. If you prefer to skip the breathing guidance and dive straight into the story, you can find timestamps for each chapter in the description below. This story follows Elara as she returns to her childhood home, seeking solace and reconnection with her past. As she revisits cherished memories of summer evenings spent catching fireflies by the creek, you too will be transported to a tranquil dreamscape filled with the gentle sounds of nature and the warmth of nostalgia. Find a comfortable position, either lying down in bed or nestled in your favorite chair. Allow your body to sink into the surface beneath you, feeling fully supported and at ease. Adjust your pillows and blankets as needed, creating a cozy and comforting space where you can fully relax and let go. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable doing so, and let the gentle sounds of my voice wash over you, carrying you away from the stresses of the day and into a state of peaceful tranquility. Now, let's take a few deep, calming breaths together. Inhale slowly and deeply through your nose, allowing the air to fill your lungs and expand your belly. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest as you breathe. Then, exhale slowly and gently through your mouth, releasing any tension or stress you may be holding in your body. With each inhale, imagine drawing in peace and tranquility. With each exhale, visualize releasing any worries or anxieties that may be clouding your mind. Continue breathing in this slow, rhythmic manner, focusing on the gentle flow of your breath. If your mind begins to wander, that's perfectly all right. Simply acknowledge your thoughts without judgment and gently redirect your attention back to your breath. There's nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to be, except here, in this moment, allowing yourself to drift into a state of deep relaxation. Now, let the story of Fireflies Over Willow Creek begin to unfold, carrying you away to a peaceful haven of childhood memories and sweet dreams. Chapter 1. The Homecoming. The gentle rumble of the train gradually slowed, its rhythmic clatter softening into a quiet hum as Elara felt the carriage ease to a stop at Willow Creek Station. Stepping onto the platform, a wave of warm, familiar air washed over her, carrying the sweet scent of honeysuckle and freshly mown grass. The late afternoon sun, a hazy golden orb in the sky, cast long shadows that stretched and danced across the quaint platform, dappling the weathered wooden planks with a mosaic of light and shade. Elara paused, closing her eyes for a moment, and inhaled deeply, savoring the tranquility of her childhood home. The air felt different here, lighter, cleaner, infused with a sense of peace that she hadn't experienced in the bustling city. A gentle breeze stirred the leaves of the nearby oak trees, creating a soft rustling sound that mingled with the distant chirping of birds. Opening her eyes, Elara noticed a small cluster of vibrant wildflowers growing near the edge of the platform, their petals a kaleidoscope of soft yellows, blues, and purples. She smiled, remembering how she used to pick these flowers as a child, carefully arranging them in small bouquets for her grandmother. With a light heart, Elara picked up her small, worn suitcase, its leather handle smooth and familiar beneath her fingers. The weight felt comforting, a tangible connection to her past. She started her walk towards Willow Creek, each step a gentle reacquaintance with the well-worn path. The gravel crunched softly beneath her feet, a rhythmic sound that grounded her in the present moment. As she continued along, the familiar landscape of her childhood unfolded before her, every sight a gentle nudge toward a cherished memory. The houses lining the street were painted in soft pastels, pale yellows, faded blues, and gentle greens, evoking a sense of quiet charm and timelessness. Window boxes overflowed with vibrant geraniums and petunias, their bright colors a cheerful contrast against the weathered wood. Elara soon found herself at the old wooden bridge, a structure unchanged by time. She stood for a moment, gazing at the creek that flowed beneath it, her creek, where countless hours had been whiled away in simple play and tranquil observation. The water flowed clear and cool over rounded mossy stones, catching the golden light of the setting sun and creating a shimmering spectacle of light and shadow. Willow trees, their branches heavy with light green foliage, lined the creek banks, their long, graceful tendrils gently swaying in the breeze. Moving towards the bridge, Elara touched the smooth, worn wood of the railing, feeling the warmth of the sun-baked surface beneath her palm. She felt a familiar grounding sensation as she carefully made her way across the bridge, each step measured and deliberate. With each gentle step, she felt a growing sense of peace and well-being, as if the very air of Willow Creek was infused with tranquility. The gentle rhythm of her footsteps on the wooden planks became a soothing mantra, a gentle invitation to slow down, breathe, and simply be. Reaching the other side, she noticed a small, secluded spot, nestled beneath the shade of a large willow tree, where she used to spend hours as a child. The soft grass looked inviting, a perfect place to rest and reconnect with the peace of this place. Elara moved towards the spot, drawn by the promise of quiet solitude, feeling a gentle pull towards the familiar comfort of her childhood haven. She settled into the soft grass, the gentle earth cushioning her body like a warm embrace. Closing her eyes, she breathed in the sweet, earthy scent of the creek bank, feeling a deep sense of calm and contentment wash over her. The world outside faded away, replaced by the gentle murmur of the creek, the rustling of leaves, and the soft chirping of crickets, composing a lullaby of nature inviting her inward. Chapter 2. Whispers of the Past. Elara settled deeper into the soft embrace of the grass, feeling the gentle warmth of the late afternoon sun on her skin. The air around her was still and quiet, filled only with the soothing sounds of nature. She closed her eyes, letting the gentle murmur of Willow Creek wash over her, each ripple and splash a soft whisper of tranquility. The world outside faded away, replaced by the gentle sway of the willow branches overhead and the rhythmic chirping of crickets hidden amongst the tall grasses. A gentle breeze rustled the leaves of the willow tree, creating a delicate symphony of sound. Elara opened her eyes, gazing up at the dappled sunlight filtering through the branches. The leaves, a vibrant shade of green, danced and swayed in the gentle breeze, their movements graceful and fluid. She watched them for a while, mesmerized by their effortless dance, feeling a sense of peace and serenity settle over her. Slowly, Elara sat up, drawing her knees towards her chest and wrapping her arms around them. She turned her gaze towards the creek, watching the water flow gently over smooth, moss-covered stones. The water was crystal clear, reflecting the blue sky and the green of the willow trees. Small minnows darted and played in the shallows, their silver bodies flashing in the sunlight. Elara watched their playful movements, feeling a sense of childlike wonder reawaken within her. Remembering a childhood ritual, Elara reached out and dipped her toes into the cool water, feeling the smooth stones beneath her feet. The gentle current caressed her skin, a soothing touch that sent shivers of delight up her spine. She wiggled her toes, enjoying the sensation of the cool water flowing around them, feeling connected to the earth and the natural rhythm of the creek. She leaned forward, trailing her fingers through the water, watching the ripples spread outward in concentric circles. The sunlight danced on the surface, creating a mesmerizing display of light and shadow. Closing her eyes again, she listened to the gentle symphony of sounds around her, the murmuring of the creek, the rustling leaves, the chirping crickets, each sound a soothing balm to her soul. Memories of childhood summers spent by the creek began to surface, each one a warm, comforting embrace. She remembered building small dams with her brother, chasing butterflies in the meadows, and collecting smooth, colorful stones along the creek bed. Each memory brought a smile to her face, filling her with a sense of nostalgia and gratitude for the simple joys of her past. As dusk began to settle, the air grew cooler and the light softened, painting the sky in hues of orange, pink, and lavender. Elara noticed the first fireflies beginning to appear, their tiny lights twinkling like fallen stars in the deepening twilight. She watched them dance and flicker amongst the trees, feeling a sense of magic and wonder fill her heart. The sight of these enchanting creatures brought back a flood of cherished memories, reminding her of the countless summer evenings she had spent catching fireflies in glass jars. Elara reached out and gently touched a blade of grass, its delicate surface soft and velvety beneath her fingertips. She closed her eyes again, breathing in the sweet, earthy scent of the creek bank, feeling a profound sense of peace and contentment wash over her. The gentle sounds of nature lulled her into a state of deep relaxation, her breath slowing, her body sinking deeper into the soft embrace of the grass. She felt a sense of gratitude for this peaceful place, for the memories it held, and for the opportunity to reconnect with the simple joys of her childhood. The worries and anxieties of city life faded away, replaced by a sense of calm and tranquility. She knew that she would sleep soundly tonight, lulled to sleep by the gentle symphony of Willow Creek. The world around her was quiet and still, enveloped in the soft embrace of twilight. The first stars began to appear in the darkening sky, twinkling like diamonds scattered across a velvet cloth. Elara felt a sense of deep connection to this place, to the earth, and to the natural rhythm of life. She knew that she was home. Chapter 3. Gathering Fireflies. A gentle coolness settled over Willow Creek as twilight deepened, painting the sky in soft hues of indigo and violet. The first stars began to emerge, twinkling like distant beacons in the darkening expanse. Elara, nestled comfortably in the soft grass by the creek, felt a sense of anticipation building within her, a familiar thrill from childhood summers. It was time for the fireflies to make their appearance, their gentle lights transforming the familiar landscape into a magical realm. Slowly, Elara rose to her feet, brushing off stray blades of grass from her clothes. She walked towards her grandmother's old cabin, a cozy structure nestled amongst the trees, its windows glowing warmly in the twilight. The scent of wood smoke mingled with the sweet fragrance of honeysuckle, creating a comforting and familiar aroma that enveloped her in a warm embrace. Inside the cabin, Elara found 2 empty glass jars on a shelf, their surfaces smooth and cool to the touch. She remembered using these same jars as a child, their simple design a timeless reminder of her carefree summer evenings spent chasing fireflies. She ran her fingers over the smooth glass, feeling a wave of nostalgia wash over her. Carrying the jars carefully, Elara stepped back outside, the cool night air a refreshing contrast to the warmth of the cabin. The moon, a sliver of silver in the sky, cast a soft, ethereal glow over the landscape. The willow trees swayed gently in the breeze, their branches whispering secrets to the night. As Elara walked towards the creek, she noticed the first fireflies beginning to emerge, their tiny lights flickering like scattered jewels amongst the tall grasses. She smiled, feeling a sense of childlike wonder reawaken within her. Each tiny spark of light seemed to hold a touch of magic, a gentle reminder of the enchantment that lies hidden in the ordinary. She reached the creek bank and knelt down, placing the jars carefully on the soft grass. Then, with gentle movements, she began to catch fireflies, cupping her hands around them as they flitted and danced in the air. Each captured firefly brought a sense of quiet joy, a simple pleasure that resonated deep within her heart. The air around her filled with the soft, rhythmic chirping of crickets, their song a soothing lullaby that blended with the gentle murmur of the creek. Elara continued to collect fireflies, moving slowly and deliberately, her movements a gentle dance in harmony with the rhythm of nature. Each flicker of light, each chirp of a cricket, each rustle of leaves deepened her sense of connection to this peaceful place. As the jars began to fill with tiny lights, Elara paused, watching the fireflies flicker and glow within their glass confines. Their soft bioluminescence created a mesmerizing display, casting dancing shadows on the surrounding grass. She felt a sense of gratitude for these enchanting creatures, for their gentle beauty, and for the magic they brought to the summer nights. With a contented sigh, Elara placed the lids on the jars, careful not to disturb their tiny inhabitants. She held the jars up to the moonlight, admiring the soft glow emanating from within. Each jar held a miniature universe of light, a tiny world of wonder captured in glass. Carrying the jars carefully, Elara walked back towards the cabin, the soft glow of the fireflies illuminating her path. She felt a sense of peace and contentment wash over her, a feeling of being completely present in this moment, surrounded by the gentle beauty of nature. The fireflies, like tiny beacons of hope, guided her back to the warmth and comfort of her childhood home. Chapter 4. A Sky Full of Stars. Returning to the cabin, Elara placed the jars of fireflies on the small, wooden table by the window. Their soft, bioluminescent glow illuminated the cozy interior, casting a warm, inviting light on the familiar objects around her. The worn, wooden rocking chair in the corner, the stack of well-loved books on the shelf, and the hand-stitched quilt draped over the back of the sofa. Each object held a memory, a story whispered from the past, creating a comforting sense of familiarity and belonging. Drawn by the quiet beauty of the night, Elara stepped back outside. The cool night air, fragrant with the scent of pine and damp earth, greeted her like an old friend. She walked towards the open meadow behind the cabin, the soft grass a comforting caress against her bare feet. Looking up, Elara was met by the breathtaking expanse of the night sky, a canvas of deep indigo sprinkled with countless twinkling stars. The Milky Way, a shimmering river of light, arched across the heavens, its ethereal glow a testament to the vastness and mystery of the universe. She felt a sense of awe and wonder wash over her, a feeling of being connected to something larger than herself. Elara found a comfortable spot in the grass and slowly lowered herself down, feeling the soft earth beneath her body. She lay back, gazing up at the celestial tapestry above, each star a tiny point of light in the infinite darkness. The gentle sounds of the night, the chirping of crickets, the rustling of leaves, and the distant hoot of an owl created a soothing symphony that lulled her into a state of deep relaxation. As her eyes adjusted to the darkness, Elara began to recognize familiar constellations. There was the Big Dipper, its familiar shape pointing towards the North Star, a constant guide in the vastness of the night sky. And there, just rising above the horizon, was Orion, the hunter, his belt of 3 bright stars a familiar landmark in the celestial landscape. She remembered her grandmother telling her stories about the constellations, weaving tales of ancient gods and mythical heroes. She closed her eyes, letting these stories wash over her, each one a comforting reminder of her childhood and the bond she shared with her grandmother. The stories, once a source of childhood wonder, now brought a sense of peace and tranquility, connecting her to the timeless wisdom of the stars. A gentle breeze rustled the leaves of the nearby trees, creating a soft whispering sound. Elara breathed deeply, feeling the cool night air fill her lungs. She imagined herself floating amongst the stars, weightless and free, carried on the gentle currents of the cosmos. The vastness and peace of the night sky brought a deep sense of calm, washing away any lingering anxieties or worries. Opening her eyes again, Elara focused on a single bright star, its light steady and unwavering. She imagined it as a beacon of hope, guiding her on her journey through life. She thought about the simple joys of her childhood, the warmth of her grandmother's love, and the peaceful beauty of Willow Creek. The fireflies in the jars on the cabin windowsill cast a soft, flickering glow across the meadow, a gentle reminder of the magic and wonder that still existed in the world. Elara felt a deep sense of gratitude for this peaceful place, for the memories it held, and for the opportunity to reconnect with the simple joys of her past. As she continued to gaze at the stars, a sense of deep peace settled over her. The world around her faded away, replaced by the infinite beauty of the night sky. She felt her breath slowing, her body relaxing, her mind becoming still. The gentle rhythm of the night lulled her into a state of tranquil awareness, a place of quiet joy and deep contentment. Chapter 5. Sweet Dreams. A gentle stillness settled over Willow Creek as the night deepened, the stars twinkling like diamonds scattered across a velvet cloth. The moon, now a luminous orb in the sky, cast a soft, ethereal glow over the landscape, painting the trees and fields in shades of silver and gray. Elara, still lying in the meadow, felt a deep sense of peace wash over her, her body relaxed and at ease, her mind quiet and still. The gentle sounds of the night, the chirping of crickets, the rustling of leaves, and the distant hoot of an owl blended together, creating a soothing lullaby that lulled her deeper into a state of tranquility. She closed her eyes, breathing deeply, feeling the cool night air fill her lungs. The scent of damp earth and pine needles mingled with the sweet fragrance of honeysuckle, creating a comforting and familiar aroma that enveloped her in a warm embrace. Elara felt a sense of gratitude for this peaceful place, for the memories it held, and for the opportunity to reconnect with the simple joys of her childhood. The worries and anxieties of city life seemed a distant memory, replaced by a sense of calm and serenity that she hadn't felt in years. She thought about the fireflies she had captured earlier, their tiny lights flickering softly in the jars on the cabin windowsill. She imagined them as tiny beacons of hope, reminding her of the magic and wonder that still existed in the world, even in the darkest of times. Elara opened her eyes again, gazing up at the starlit sky. She focused on a single bright star, its light steady and unwavering. She imagined it as a guiding light, leading her towards a brighter future, a future filled with peace, joy, and contentment. She brought her awareness back to her body, feeling the gentle pressure of the earth beneath her, the soft caress of the breeze on her skin, and the rhythmic rise and fall of her chest as she breathed. Each sensation was a gentle reminder of her presence in this moment, in this peaceful place, surrounded by the beauty of nature. Elara stretched her arms out to her sides, feeling the gentle stretch in her muscles. She wiggled her fingers and toes, enjoying the sensation of movement and the feeling of being fully present in her body. She rolled onto her side, curling up into a fetal position, feeling a sense of comfort and security wash over her. The sounds of the night grew softer, the chirping of crickets fading into a gentle hum, the rustling of leaves subsiding into a quiet whisper. Elara felt her eyelids growing heavy, her mind drifting towards sleep. She embraced the feeling of drowsiness, allowing herself to surrender to the gentle pull of slumber. Images from her childhood began to flicker through her mind, playing in the creek with her brother, chasing butterflies in the meadow, sitting on her grandmother's porch listening to her stories. Each memory brought a smile to her face, filling her with a sense of warmth and love. As she drifted closer to sleep, Elara imagined herself surrounded by a soft golden light, a gentle embrace that enveloped her in a feeling of peace and security. She felt her breath slowing, her heart rate decreasing, her body becoming heavy and relaxed. The world around her faded away, replaced by a sense of tranquil emptiness, a blank canvas upon which her dreams would soon be painted. The gentle sounds of Willow Creek, the murmuring of the water, the rustling of leaves, and the distant hoot of an owl became the soundtrack to her dreams, lulling her deeper into a state of restful slumber. She felt herself sinking into the soft embrace of the earth, her body and mind completely at peace. Elara slept soundly, her dreams filled with images of fireflies dancing in the moonlight, willow trees swaying in the breeze, and the warm, loving presence of her grandmother. She slept deeply and peacefully, enveloped in the tranquil embrace of Willow Creek, her childhood haven, a place of quiet joy, gentle memories, and sweet dreams.